It's 7:30 a.m. On a Tuesday morning. Coffee cups are being filled, computers are starting up, and another workday is beginning. Everything seems perfectly normal. But somewhere in offices, warehouses, construction sites, and factories around the world, small decisions are being made right now that will lead to preventable accidents before the day is over. The truth is, most workplace accidents don't happen because of catastrophic equipment failures or unforeseeable circumstances. They happen because of patterns we can recognize and prevent. Today, we're going to explore the real story behind workplace accidents and how understanding these patterns can save lives. The rush that changes everything. Meet Sarah, a warehouse supervisor with 10 years of experience. She's running 15 minutes behind schedule because a delivery truck arrived late. Her team needs to unload 3 pallets before the morning shift meeting. Sarah knows the proper procedure. Use the forklift, wear safety harnesses when working at height, and never stack items above the marked safety line. But today, she's thinking about that meeting. Her manager will ask why the morning targets weren't met. So Sarah makes a decision that millions of workers make every day. She decides to cut corners just this once. This is where most workplace accidents begin, not with ignorance, but with that familiar phrase, just this once. The anatomy of a near-miss research shows that for every serious workplace injury, there are typically 29 minor injuries and 300 near misses. These near misses are warning signs that something in the system isn't working correctly. But here's the problem. When nothing bad happens after we take a shortcut, our brain registers that behavior as safe. Think about it. You've probably rushed downstairs while looking at your phone dozens of times without falling. Each time you make it safely, your brain becomes more confident that this behavior is acceptable. Construction worker James has been building houses for 20 years. He's climbed thousands of ladders and never fallen. So when he needs to reach something just slightly out of range, he leans a little further than he should. He's done it before. Nothing happened then. Why would today be different? This is the second way most workplace accidents begin, through the slow erosion of safety standards based on previous lucky outcomes. Today's workplaces are filled with more distractions than ever before. Phones buzz with messages, emails demand immediate responses, and workers are often juggling multiple tasks simultaneously. These distractions create what safety experts call situational blindness. When your mind is so focused on one thing that you fail to notice hazards right in front of you. Manufacturing technician Maria is programming a machine while mentally reviewing her daughter's school schedule. She needs to leave work early for a parent-teacher conference. The machine's safety guard isn't fully engaged, but Maria doesn't notice because her attention is divided. She reaches to adjust something, and this is the moment where countless accidents occur. Distraction doesn't just mean looking at your phone. It includes fatigue, personal stress, workplace pressure, and trying to multitask. When our attention is divided, our perception of risk becomes impaired. This represents the third major pathway to workplace accidents: cognitive overload, leading to reduced awareness. The communication breakdown. Here is a scenario that happens every single day. A maintenance team performs repairs on a piece of equipment. They follow proper lockout-tagout procedures, ensuring the machine is safely but when their shift ends, they hand off to the next team with a quick verbal update. The new team assumes everything is back to normal operation and reactivates the equipment, while someone from the first team is still working in an area they assumed was clear. Nobody intended for anything to go wrong. Everyone thought they were communicating clearly, but assumptions fill the gaps where clear communication should exist. Poor communication causes approximately 30% of workplace accidents. This includes unclear instructions, language barriers, assumed knowledge, and failure to verify understanding. It's not enough to tell someone something. You need to confirm they understood it the same way you meant it. Office worker David sits at his desk 8 hours a day. He's developed persistent back pain but dismisses it as normal. Meanwhile, his posture continues to deteriorate. His chair height isn't properly adjusted, and he rarely takes breaks to stretch. Ergonomic injuries develop slowly, making them easy to ignore until they become serious. This gradual onset injury pattern is often overlooked in workplace safety discussions because it lacks the drama of sudden accidents. But repetitive strain injuries, hearing loss from prolonged noise exposure, and respiratory issues from inadequate ventilation cause enormous harm over time. The "it won't happen to me" mentality affects workers at every level. We see safety incidents happening to others and think we're somehow immune. We rationalize that we're more careful, more experienced, or more aware than the people who get hurt. The system failures, sometimes accidents, aren't about individual choices at all. They're about systemic issues that create unsafe conditions. Inadequate training programs that check boxes without ensuring understanding, equipment that hasn't been properly maintained because budget cuts delayed repairs, understaffing that forces workers to operate at unsustainable paces. When productivity is prioritized over safety, workers receive mixed messages. They're told safety is the top priority, but they're also pressured to meet targets that make safe practices difficult to maintain. This contradiction creates an environment where accidents become increasingly likely. Effective safety culture must come from leadership, with clearer policies, adequate resources, and consequences for violations that apply equally to everyone. The prevention blueprint, understanding how accidents begin, gives us the power to prevent them. Here are the key principles. Slow down. The time you save by rushing is never worth the risk. Build realistic schedules that account for proper safety procedures. Stay present. When performing any task, especially those involving machinery or physical risk, give it your full attention. Put the phone away. Clear your mind of distractions. Communicate clearly. Never assume others know what you know. Verify understanding. Use written procedures for critical handoffs. Report near misses. Every close call is valuable information that can prevent future accidents. Organizations need to encourage reporting without punishment. Maintain equipment. Regular inspections and maintenance catch problems before they cause accidents. Question the routine. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's safe. Regularly review procedures and update them. Speak up. If you see something unsafe, say something. It's always better to pause work and clarify than to proceed with uncertainty. The bottom line: most workplace accidents share common origins: chimney, pressure, distraction, communication failures, normalized risk-taking, and systemic issues. But here's the good news: all of these factors are preventable. Every worker has the power to break the chain of events that leads to accidents. Every time you choose safety over speed, clarity over assumption, and awareness over distraction, you're preventing an accident that hasn't happened yet. The next time you're tempted to skip a safety step, remember this: workplace accidents don't usually begin with dramatic failures. They begin with small compromises that seem insignificant in the moment but can change lives forever. Your safety and the safety of those around you depends on the choices you make right now, today, in this moment. Choose wisely. Your future self will thank you. Closing. Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, every accident that doesn't happen is a success story worth celebrating.